Okay, magandang araw muli sa inyong lahat. Welcome sa ating channel, Sir Lopez Vlog. Sa araw na ito ay magkakaroon muli tayo ng self-evaluation dito naman sa subject na CRIM 6. Mayroon itong descriptive title na Dispute Resolution, Crime or Incident Management. Okay, so ang mga kasagutan makikita natin later on dito sa ating description box. Kung nakahanda na kayo, start na natin sa question number 1. What is referring to an argument or disagreement between people or groups? Letter A, conflict. Letter B, dispute. Letter C, resolution. Or letter D, management. I repeat, what is referring to an argument or disagreement between people or groups? A, conflict. Letter B, dispute. Letter C, resolution. Or letter D, management. Question number 2. This is a method or process of resolving disputes between parties. Letter A, incident management. Letter B, conflict resolution. Letter C, dispute resolution. Or letter D, crime management. This is a method or process of resolving disputes between parties. Letter A, incident management. Letter B, conflict resolution. Letter C, dispute resolution. Or letter D, crime management. Number 3. A way to resolve disputes outside the judiciary courts. Decision or award is legally binding on both sides and enforceable in courts. Letter A, arbitration. Letter B, collaborative law. Letter C, mediation. Or letter D, conciliation. Number 3, I repeat, a way to resolve disputes outside the judiciary courts. Decision or award is legally binding on both sides and enforceable in courts. Letter A, arbitration. Letter B, collaborative law. Letter C, mediation. Or letter D, conciliation. Number 4, an arbitration decision or award is legally binding on both sides and enforceable in courts. Letter A, true. Letter B, false. Letter C, may be true. Or letter D, may be false. Okay, arbitration decision award is legally binding on both sides and enforceable in court. Is it true, false, may be true, or may be false? Number 5. An alternative dispute resolution process whereby the parties to a dispute use a conciliator who meets with the parties both separately and together in an attempt to resolve their differences. Letter A, arbitration. Letter B, collaborative law. Letter C, mediation. Or letter D, conciliation. Number 6. What method of dispute resolution wherein a dialogue between two or more people or parties intended to reach a beneficial outcome over one or more issues where a conflict exists with respect to at least one of these issues? Letter A, arbitration. Letter B, facilitation. Letter C, negotiation. Or letter D, conciliation. 7. Conflict avoidance is a person's method of reacting to conflict, which attempts to avoid directly confronting the issue at hand. Letter A, true. Letter B, false. Letter C, may be true. Or letter D, may be false. Number 8. A person who helps a group of people to work together better understand their common objectives and plan how to achieve these objectives during meetings or discussions. A, police. B, prosecutor. C, judge. Or letter D, facilitator. Number 9. A structured, interactive process where an impartial third party assists disputing parties in resolving conflict through the use of specialized communication and negotiation techniques. A. Arbitration. B. Collaborative law. C. Mediation. Or letter D. Conciliation. Number 10. An alternative dispute resolution process whereby the parties to dispute use a conciliator who meets with the parties both separately and together in an attempt to resolve their differences. A. Arbitration. B. Collaborative law. C. Mediation. Or letter D. Conciliation. 11. What type of dispute resolution process is used when a litigation or arbitration involves a judge, jury, or arbitrator to determine the outcome? A. Adjudicative process. B. Consensual process. A. Adjudicative processes. B. Consensual processes. C. Alternative conflict. Or letter D. All of them. Number 12. What type of dispute resolution process is involved, such as the use of collaborative law, mediation, conciliation, or negotiation in which the parties attempt to reach agreement? Letter A. Adjudicative processes. Letter B. Consensual processes. Letter C. Alternative conflict. Or letter D. All of them. 13. Dispute resolution techniques assist the resolution of antagonism between parties that can include citizens, corporations, and governments. A. True. B. False. C. May be true. Or letter D. May be false. 14. What is referring to a third party who assists disputing parties in resolving conflict through the use of specialized communication and negotiation techniques? A. Arbitrator. B. Mediator. C. Conciliator. Or D. Judge. Number 15. One could theoretically include violence or even war as part of this spectrum, but dispute resolution practitioners do not usually do so. Violence rarely ends disputes effectively and indeed often only escalates them. A. True. B. False. C. May be true. Or letter D. May be false. Okay, so natapos na natin ang ating self-evaluation sa araw na ito. Submit your answer using the link na makikita dito sa ating description box. Okay, so maraming salamat at magandang araw po sa inyong lahat.